All right, we're live. Thank you guys for being in this side of the members area, which is the CPAB's interviews. I have the pleasure of bringing on Tyler Basu. He's one of my good friends. He's been with me, been my friend for almost 5 years. We started in the same kind of area, in the same neighborhood, you could say, almost, East Vancouver and Canada. And basically, we just started out doing door to door. And since then, I went off and did my own thing, and he went off to do his own thing. And basically, he's now a young, successful entrepreneur. I really look up to him as not just a friend, but also as a partner, I guess. And then basically, he's now opened his own podcast website. He does live interviews with successful entrepreneurs in every field you can imagine in business. And basically, I'm gonna let Tyler introduce himself. He probably does a better job than I do because I'm not much of an interviewee. I'm a marketer. So Tyler, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure, yeah, sounds good, Tony. Thanks a lot, appreciate it. So yeah, I guess for those people who don't know me, as you mentioned, we're both from the city of Vancouver. I met you when we both got started in door-to-door sales as I think we were probably 18, 19 years old at the time, so some good times, and we've both gone in different directions since. But just to give everybody a little bit of an overview of the things that I've been doing, from the time that after Tony and I met, I went in and started. I made a transition into the real estate industry, so I started working with developers, doing new development sales and such. And while I was getting into real estate, I also started playing around online because I've always been attracted to online business and internet marketing and all of that kind of stuff. So I started pretty simple with blogging, and then that evolved into a podcast, and now I host a weekly show on iTunes and Stitcher, and every week I bring different entrepreneurs onto the show and just have them share their story, their advice. I've published a few books on Amazon as well, and I'm now getting into some coaching and consulting and things like that. But I still host the podcast. It's been a lot of fun. I've been able to connect with a lot of pretty successful entrepreneurs and just hear their stories and benefit from their advice as well. So it's been an interesting journey. And I feel like I'm just getting started though. There's still tons I want to do, and still lots of goals on my plate that I'm working towards. But yeah, that's just a brief intro for you there, Tony. I hope that if that's enough.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's exactly, what got me so pumped, and I'm so thankful and happy that you took this I guess opportunity to be a part of our group here. And thank you so much for letting us listen to your interview. Sorry. So my next question is, why exactly did you? What was the story behind that?
Sorry, what was the question?
Why did you start Chatting with Champions, your podcast? Exactly. Why did you start it?
I've just always been hungry for knowledge, Growing up, I didn't have much, and so whenever somebody was doing better than me, I wanted to know how. I wanted to know how I could get to that level. So when I first got started, a few years back, when I got started online specifically, I had no idea what I was doing, so I figured the best thing that I could do would be to reach out to people who are ahead of me and just ask them how they got there. And that desire to learn led me to do the interviews, and then once I started doing enough interviews, people started saying, hey, you should look into this podcasting thing, because that seems to be what people who are doing interviews, most of them are setting up podcasts now. So I looked into it and I said, yeah, that's actually an awesome platform to me to jump on. So I transitioned from just having interviews and putting them on my blog there to actually launching a proper podcast and just taking it from there.
Awesome. And what are some of the members going to be listening? Like, what are they going to be learning from your interviews? What are the kind of topics? Just give them a introduction of some of the interviews you've done so far.
Yeah, definitely. So as you mentioned, I've interviewed entrepreneurs from a bunch of different industries, and the reason why I do that is because I'm not so much interested in the specific strategies or the specific industries that they're a part of. I'm interested in the underlying principles that have enabled these people to succeed. So things like, what do they do when they're facing challenges? What goes through their mind? How do they overcome it? What are some of the important lessons that they've learned from their journey? And I find that when I focus on those kinds of things, I end up learning and being given advice that's applicable to almost any business. So that's one of the reasons why I think the podcast has become so popular, is because people, they not only get a chance to learn about different business opportunities or different industries that exist, but more importantly, they learn the stories behind the success and behind the results of these people I bring on the show. They hear the story of how that person started, what it was like for them to grow their business, and what kind of things they had to overcome to get to that level. And I think that, in my opinion, that's the gold. That's where the really good information is, and that's where the inspiration comes from as well.
Exactly, the stories of them reaching success and then failing, right? And then how they got back up. Because then
Hmm.
everybody in life fails, and I think is a quote, it's, 3 feet from gold. And if you can learn how they actually that 3 feet initially and get to the gold, that's basically what we're trying to offer to you guys in this series here, in this membership area, where you can learn. It doesn't really matter what industry you're learning from. There's just always something to be learned. Once you learn that little tweak, little secret, little golden nugget, you can apply it to your business and you'll see drastic results. Okay, that's really the whole purpose and the vision and our goal here for you guys. Other than that, I do appreciate your time here, Tyler. I'm going to close this out. So for those that are in this membership area right now, below this video, there should be a bunch of video ready, but we're going to be hosting or uploading one new interview every Sunday just for you. So make sure you come back here every Sundays so you can listen to the newest and the most up-to-date interview Tyler has done. Now, if you guys haven't already done so, please go check out his website, www.bettingwithchampions.com. If you're impatient and you want to listen to the rest of the other audios, okay? On that, I'm looking forward to your success and hearing some great things coming your way. So on that, much love and respect, okay, guys?
Sounds good, Tony. Happy to be a part
Thank
of
you.
happy to be a part of this.
Awesome. Okay, take care, guys. Thank you, Tyler. You have a good day. Take care.